I am firefighter Tiffany Vermillion here at Station 31 in the Inner Richmond District. I grew up in El Paso, Texas, and kind of bounced around to a bunch of different cities. Right before I came to San Francisco, I was living in New York City and I was going to school there. And I knew that I wanted to live in California and I just didn't know where, and I had never been here before. So the moment I moved to San Francisco, I knew that I was in the right place. I knew it was like the place I was supposed to be. I was needing this change, and I was a cyclist through just as transportation throughout the city. And I actually ended up getting in a car versus bike accident, which wasn't a big deal, but I was in the back of the ambulance and talking with the medic there. And so at that moment, he decided it would be a good idea to tell me all about the job and tell me about like how amazing it is. And then, you know, I go home and I start thinking about it a little bit more. And I was like, you know what? Let me just give it a shot. Let me just see, you know, this sounds like something that might actually be great. You know, it kind of aligns with me and my values. So I decided to pursue, to see what it was like. And I did, and the moment I did that, it was pretty interesting how doors kind of opened. So I would put in the effort and got my EMT license, and I interviewed to be in the reserves, and I was able to do that. And once I was in the academy, experiencing it in full force, I had this moment of like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. This is the bee's knees. This is it. Like, this is me. And it felt great. And thank goodness it worked out. Being part of the LGBTQ+ community influences my work with one word that really comes to mind, and it's representation. So when I thought way back when about being a firefighter, it kind of rolled off my back. It wasn't something that I thought that I could do. And I think it had a lot to do with not being able to see myself in the representation of what a normal firefighter would be. So I really like to make an effort when I am at work to have other girls, little girls and boys see me, whether it be sexual orientation or race or any other orientation. I just want to be able to be that for someone else, to know that they can actually do the job if they want to. As a new mom, I feel like a different person, actually. It's pretty interesting to have a stark difference from the person I was before I became a mom in the fire service, and then the person I was after being a mom in the fire service. But being a mom in the fire service is quite a learning journey, and the change going back into the fire service is you're a little more, your heart is a little more vulnerable. Your heart is open, is how I would explain it. I'm most proud of being a mom because it is the hardest thing I've ever done, and it does put things into perspective, because prior to being a mom, I would say this job, or some of the things we deal with on this job, are some of the hardest things I've ever done. So it kind of levels each other out, so I can come to work and feel like I'm capable, and then I can go home and feel like I'm capable, and it just, I don't know, it's a cool balance.